Just kind of the same. Just still trying to get ready to finish up this program, and
Mhm.
it's just getting tough. I'm almost at the end of the semester, just making sure that I've got everything in place. And it's just taking a toll on me at home, and um,
Yeah,
a lot of anxiety, a lot of lost sleep.
yeah, I can imagine. So, how is that affecting, would you say, perhaps you specifically?
Um, just overall, mentally, it's draining.
Hmm.
And when I get to that state, the anxiety hits a little harder, um, little shorter fuse with people, and then just worried about making sure that I've got the right stuff in on time, um,
Hmm.
juggling different classes, making sure things get to the right place, not forgetting anything that's specifically time sensitive. And
Okay.
it's costing me in sleep. It's costing me in patience.
Yeah. Sleep seems to be elusive, right?
Ever so.
Is it affecting your relationships at all?
Not that I've noticed, although admittedly right now I may not be the best judge of that.
Mm. Okay. If you had to take a guess, though, what would you think?
I haven't noticed anything that would lead me to believe that it's affecting relationships. Um,
Mm.
I tend to focus mainly on the close ones,
Okay.
and the ancillary ones. I really I've had to prioritize things, and if it's not high,
Mhm.
it's not on the list. So um,
Okay.
so I think it's been okay.
That's it. Well, I heard you say about um, a shorter fuse,
Hmm.
and that's not anything that's affecting any of your close relationships right now.
I try very hard to isolate things when I'm home,
Okay.
so it hasn't really built there. I've noticed like with strangers or out in traffic,
Okay.
I get a little frustrated with things.
Okay. So it's affecting those kinds of things
Correct.
as far as the shorter fuse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for clarifying that with me.
You're welcome.
So you said in traffic, things like that.
Yep. Or when
Okay.
I'm out, if I have to go shopping, or which was never my favorite thing to do in the first place, but I find myself just wanting to get in, get out, and I don't have time to look around or peruse or.
Yeah. Okay. So what what do you think about, or how do you feel when the anxiety tends to get a little stronger? Like, how does that make you behave?
I tend to retreat a bit. I get quiet.
Okay. And when you retreat, no, sorry,
That's all right.
when you retreat, um, what makes that worse?
It's kind of self-fulfilling. I notice like it'll start to get tense. I'll retreat a little bit, and then things will start to annoy me. So then it just kind of propagates itself. Um,
Hmm.
and then once I get into that headspace, if anything were to happen, the patience is gone by that point, and I just am not great at handling things.
Tell me what that means. You're not great at handling things.
Like when stressors pop up, or if there's any like disagreements at work, um, or tasks that I'm not necessarily, like when you're doing your job for a while, you get good at stuff, you can just kind of bang it out without thinking about it.
Mhm.
If there's anything that I have to think about, it gets frustrating a lot faster. And being a new job, that's a large portion of what I do.
Okay. Have you tried anything to? maybe isolate the frustration?
Um, it- there's not a I don't know of a lot that I can try. I mean, it is a
Hmm.
remote position, so I work from home. So there's not
Hmm.
really a lot of people around. So it's really just the job tasks itself. And there's really no way around that. I mean, I have to do the job itself. So I have not found something that's necessarily all that great at helping with that specifically.
How do you typically handle frustration?
You mean before all of the school stress and such?
Yes, yes, I'm sorry, I should
Okay.
have
No,
specified
you're
that.
fine. You're fine. I not really that type of person. I don't really get stressed out a lot. Um, I've had a lot of stuff in the past, so I'm pretty resilient when it comes to this kind of thing. Um,
Okay.
which is part of the issue is that I start to see things that used to be issues and haven't been in many years. And
Hmm.
I mean, which provides insight as to why I got to that place in the first place back then, but I don't really have the time or patience or effort to deal with that right now.
Okay. Can you find a time that the frustration and anxiety could have been a little more overwhelming for you, but you didn't allow it to?
As far as a situation that would have been more stressful itself, I not sure. Um, but prior to this, like work would be the same amount of stress, but it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't actually cause me the stress or the anxiety. Um, so I guess I mean the capacity was the same, and I mean, and these are average days, and I've had bad days back then too, which would have been more stressful, but it didn't bother me like this.
So what do you think it is that's making it um bother you as much as it is now?
It's really just my threshold of nonsense is just really low at this point. If things aren't going just the way they're supposed to, there's not a whole lot of leeway before it starts to take a toll on me.
Okay. All right. Corruption of nonsense. That's a good way to describe it. What would you describe that as? What do you mean your threshold of nonsense?
It's things that deviate from what I would expect. Um, like missed expectations or outside interference.
Okay.
Things are going fine, and I get somebody from work who calls and they're like, "Well, this is going wrong, and you need to fix it." And it's, well, I don't, but
Kind of on
but
the
I,
fly thing. Do it
yeah.
now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I gotcha. So it sounds like there is a lot of stress with school,
Hmm.
and rightfully so. And there's a lot of stress with work. And when you mix the two of them, um, you're in a place where it's a little bit harder for you to handle all of that stress at once. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you okay with that affecting your life though?
No, no, but I mean, it's a means to an end. I would imagine once school is over, it'll be back to where it was, things will be relatively back to normal,
Okay.
which is
So you
exciting.
feel like so you feel like school ending will be the resolution for that?
Ah, I don't know. Resolution to that makes it sound like I'm trying to vilify the school experience, and that's not really. I don't really think that's quite it, but
Okay.
it's definitely going to take a lot of stress out of the equation, which will help me be able to do what I used to do. So I guess it is.
So you got, yeah. So it's it's not that it's a resolution to all of your stress. It's just a resolution to the intensity and frequency of your stress. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in the meantime, what do you think that you can do to kind of help you get to the end?
Naps help.
Naps.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, so far, what I've done is I've just really tried to maintain boundaries. Um, I find on days that I'm like for work, if I'm out on the road doing stuff,
Hmm.
it's a little bit easier to manage because I'm in a completely different environment and I've got the
Okay.
entire ride home to decompress. Um,
Yeah, that helps
that
a lot.
yeah, I have found that's one of the tricky parts of working from home. There's a lot of pluses, a lot, but having that little bit of a gap to unwind at the end of the day was nice.
Yeah. So I think it was last week we talked about how there's no separation between home and school, right? Because you're at the same spot at your desk for both home and school, for work and school, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Um, so by being in a different environment, by being out on the road, do you find that it's a little bit easier for you to handle stress that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what makes it easy?
I, I don't know that I'd say easy, but
Okay.
it's definitely not nearly as complex. I
Okay.
think it's just the change in environment. And I'm sure the physical piece plays into it too. The actual getting up, walking around, moving, that helps. Because working from home, I'm not as active as I was, which I don't care for. Which is where the
It really,
internship actually kind of helps because I get to go out and play with the kids all day, which is awesome.
yeah. Um, is that something that's attributing to any of the stresses you're feeling?
It could be.
The
It could
lack of
be
mobility, or not mobility, but
activity.
activity. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. No,
Yeah.
I had a hard time trying to figure out how to say it too. I'm like, wait, no, I'm perfectly mobile. I
Yeah.
just don't do it.
Yeah. Sedentary, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, um, I think that we should still move forward with a plan to try to incorporate some stress relief for you.
Okay,
And if it's okay, then we can schedule a time for next week and we can sit down and start working on that.
sure, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in, Joseph.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye bye.